just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.
Hello world, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another video, and we are gonna be talking about Frank Lampard. Finally. sorry Mr. Gameplay, there was nothing I could do. It was just, the things that you cannot just control in life. So that's the thing that we're dealing with at this moment. I'm sorry guys, I said that we started 3:30 your time, but it seems like could not get actually to stream that time exactly because of some power problems, you see. So let's see, how are you doing, people? How are you doing? How are you feeling that Frank Lampard got the door? Like today Chelsea woke up and showed Frank Lampard at the door. They were like, Mister, there's the door. How are you feeling over that? And what can you say about what is happening now in the transfer window? It seems like Liverpool is now trying to be active in the last minute of the window. It seems like now they're actually interested in finding or maybe at least signing one player to prepare for this. So there's a link that I've just sent to you if you want to join in, and if you have something to say about Frank Lampard, please do that right now. I'll be waiting for you, and at the same time, I'll be probably sharing the link so that we read some of the transfer news that we have, because we do have some interesting transfer news, people, that we need to cover. The first one, of course, you already know it, Alaba. Not Alaba, by the way, it's Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard is no longer the Chelsea manager. Unfortunately, seems like the team sold him out or whatever that happened, because some reports that I was reading today, they were saying that, oh, Peter just left. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. What time did he leave? Just 3 minutes ago. Maybe it's at 3:30. Oh, he thought maybe if okay. Sorry, that happens anyway. Anyway, I'm here now. I hope whenever he sees this, he'll come back as well. So Frank Lampard, this guy is fired. That's the simpler version of the story. Frank Lampard is fired. I think it's weird that he had to go back to the same office he used to go as a player to get maybe a new contract or to be promoted. But this time he went there being told that you are no longer part of our loving family, Chelsea Football Club. I felt like because maybe he was English, the man felt sorry for him. I think maybe for the fact that he was English, maybe that is the reason why he actually stayed at Chelsea for such a long time rather than to be shown the door. Also, on top of that, I felt like maybe because he took this club when they were at a point where they were not allowed to sign anybody else, and in a situation where they were really desperate. Remember, Sarri was not fired. Sarri left to go for Juventus, where he got fired a year later. So that is always weird. So Sarri left, and it wasn't like Chelsea actually fired Sarri. There was speculation that they wanted to fire Sarri, but it looks like they didn't do that. So Sarri left, and they were desperate. Every manager they wanted to bring in, they just lost Eden Hazard, and on top of that, they were not allowed to sign anybody in the transfer market. And Frank Lampard, because for starters, he was he was a fan of the club because he was a legend. I think most of his success came from Chelsea. Frank Lampard as a player was known because of what he did in the Chelsea shirt. So he took the job mostly because he was a fan. We all knew that he wasn't ready for that big of a job. We all knew, but he went there because the club was in desperate moment, and he went there try to helping the club to be a better club. And last season when it finished, they finished at position 4. And if you look at how he was able to raise those young kids and put them together and create that club that was able to produce something, it was actually amazing. He did, you might not say it now, Chelsea fans, because now your team is able to spend money in the transfer window and you were able to buy a lot of players, and now you, let me just say the word that I can use, your ego is back as the team. You might not really look at how much this man did for you, how much he actually had to sacrifice himself, yeah, how much he had to go to when you had no team. You know, Chelsea didn't have a team if it wasn't for the players that they signed there. When they had no team, Frank Lampard was able to find the youngsters and they worked so well with them. And he managed to actually put this team somewhere which people could actually respect. So it's actually weird that he walks away and you all guys are happy, but this guy did everything that he could to make you guys look like you're a club when you're not even allowed to sign a player. So for that, you need to at least show your respect. Maybe try to show your respect to the man. But on top of that, some of the things that he did were unforgivable. I know he really did suck. I know, I know. I see, I see already some people are saying that he really did suck. To those who are asking, the link is already in the description. I did send the link. It's just for you to come in, then I accept you and stuff like that so that you can come and say your thoughts on our dear poor friend. Guys, do me a favor, click the like button to those who haven't done that. I just see that only one person has clicked the like button. Please do that right now. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's always important. I'm going to pin the link so that everyone can actually see the link. Click the like button to those who haven't done that. It's really, really, really important. And subscribe to the channel. So uh, let me look at some of the questions that have been sent, some of the things that have been sent. There's music back on the background. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Somebody seems like he's happy that Frank is no longer manager, isn't it? Or aren't you not happy?
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that Lampard was sacked. I did call it though, to be fair. Like they come off a win, but Chelsea, when they keep on sacking their managers, it kind of succeeds. All Chelsea want is instant success. They never look at the long term
Exactly,
plan. So I thought what Lampard reminds me of is a similar thing with Ollie and Arteta. Very
exactly.
similar managers. Look, like when Man U were knocked out of the Champions League, we all thought it was doom and gloom for Ollie, and he was
Exactly.
about to get sacked, and Pochettino was about to come in. If that was Chelsea, Ollie would have been sacked. But look
Not
where
even
we've
this
come.
season, last season.
Yeah, exactly. And we've given him time, but Chelsea never give managers time. And look at our effects. Like we're top of the league, and we're doing well. Klopp, oh, that is the weirdest comment I've ever seen. No, I'm joking.
Look at my
But
eyes right now. I'm like, shocked. What's happening?
but yeah, I just it's confusing because Roman Abramovich, I think it is. They're getting in Tuchel. I don't think he's the man. I honestly don't, because he's quite a tricky guy to work with. So yeah, that's just what I think.
Yeah, hey. Mr. Gameplay, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
What do you think
Yeah,
about the Lampard
I should
getting
have gave
the
him. Chelsea should have gave him more time
Yeah.
because it was just too early to sack him. You should have given him 5 games, five games more.
Yep.
that's not in Chelsea's character though.
I
They
know
don't
they
do that.
always sack managers every time they
They
have a
don't.
manager every year.
Mm.
Weird.
I did say it. I remember I made a YouTube short, which is just a 1 minute or less video that I made talking about what Roy Keane had said, that Chelsea are not like any other team. They don't give team managers time to actually try to create a team, because you know what's going to happen. Okay, they're bringing this guy who's coming in. He's going to come in and maybe give them that short-term success. Then,
Yeah,
oh,
Touch was coming in.
because right
Yeah.
now one thing that happened is this: Chelsea players, they've been taught by Frank Lampard, like they know the Frank Lampard style of play. Now they have to wrap that and try to learn the new style that this new manager is coming with. And after that, maybe they will be successful for a single season. Then after that, he's sacked again. Another manager comes, and I'm just saying to myself, it must really be harder to be a Chelsea player. You know, how many people
Yeah,
do you
but
have to meet in a particular
they have
season
a
of?
good they have a good manager. Tuchel, he took was it PSG to the Champions League final, so he's a good manager.
Really?
But he took
By
them
the
to
way,
the Champions League final.
Yeah, but
by the way,
yeah,
where is
yeah.
PSG? Where is PSG?
I think they were first in the French league
No, they were third,
last
and they
year.
were 2 points
Yeah,
off.
I'm just trying to remind
No, they
you.
were
The
last year, but
French league.
he left them. He left them 2 points off the
Yeah.
top when he was sacked, and that
Yeah.
is about embarrassing because they live in a farmers' league. So
The-
you know
Yeah,
why they
exactly.
got to the Champions League. You know why
That's
they
what I
got to
was
the
trying to
Champions
say.
League
The
final.
Yeah.
farmers.
You know why they got to the Champions League final? It's just because of how there were no fans, and they got the easiest people to play. They got Atalanta and Leipzig. I mean, like Leipzig are a good team, but like what is it? Bayern got Leon. Leon versus Leipzig. Like they never really they got a test. They got the real test against Bayern, and then I honestly can't really see them doing much, even with Poch anyway.
So now that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If a manager is successful at PSG, don't really say that he's gonna be successful in the Premier League. That's not really what happens.
You don't know. He
Hello,
could be.
hello, sir. Really?
I see
You
him
can join
David.
in if you want. There's a link in the comment section. You can join in so that you tell us what you feel about Chelsea's new manager. Interesting.
Yeah, but
So
he was
let's
just
see.
2 years at the club. Only
Lampard's
one
first,
season, 2 seasons, like 1 season and 2 seasons at the club, and they already sacked him. Like every Chelsea manager that manages them, they like come to the team, and then 1 year later or 2 seasons later, they get sacked. It's like every
They
time.
never, the
Chelsea are
managers of
mad.
Chelsea never passes the second season. Never. Never.
No.
If you look at it, Jose Mourinho, how many times he had to sacked after 2 years and come back again after 2 years he was sacked? They never. I wonder why. I just wonder why. So, just to say something. Now that they've sacked the Lampard, what do you expect Chelsea are going to do now after sacking this man?
They
Do you
they should
think
finish
that they're
top
going to be
4.
challenging for the Premier League or top four? What is going to happen? Because you know what? Okay, they're position 9 in the Premier League, but from them to reach to the top four, they only need 5 points. And clearly, with the teams like Liverpool and all the teams that are there, Tottenham Hotspur, and that it is easy for any team to do that at this moment. And they fired the manager. So I'm actually surprised. Though, was this a good idea, or maybe they should have sacked him at least after the season was over? Then maybe, just maybe, they give this man a new
I
season.
think
If like
I
Frank
think
is not
Chelsea
working,
can make it top 4 this season.
I think they'll make top 4 now, just because, or no, they'll definitely make top 6. That's a definite. But if they don't reach top 4 this season, they'll probably sack Tuchel. But it's such a weird season this
you
season
see,
because they have a squad of a title-winning team, but do they have the manager that has a mentality
that's
and
what
can
I'm
build this
saying.
squad up?
It is criminal to sack a manager in this type of a season we are in at this moment. It's really criminal. Unless maybe you're firing maybe a Sheffield manager. That makes sense. But all the managers who are from number 1 to at least 15 of the Premier League, it is criminal because the season is just changing. You don't really know what's happening. And I felt like maybe they did it so early. I don't know. That's what I feel. It was too early for them to sack Frank Lampard. I just feel like maybe, just maybe, they should have given him time.
And what impact will this have on the players? I think it will be a good impact
That's
because,
exactly.
but the thing is, will the youth be given more time? Because I thought Lampard was good at producing youth, but
You
he
know what?
never
From
played. He never.
Yeah.
What Tuchel will bring, he's German, so he'll build up Havertz and Werner's
ego and
confidence,
stuff like that.
and
So the confidence is
he
up.
won't care about Mount. He won't care. He
Trust
ain't
me.
he ain't like Frank Lampard. He's not Frank Lampard's son. So
You know what?
Tuchel will probably play Kante, Kovacic, and Havertz. I'd expect Hudson-Odoi to get more game.
No, I don't
I
think
think, or maybe Ziyech, because
Exactly.
Pulisic is he's made of breadsticks, and I think he's injured again. He
He's,
pulled his
he's the
hamstrings.
friend of
I don't think he's gonna play his young players. He won't. He's gonna
No, but
play
if you look at Hudson-Odoi, yeah, Hudson-Odoi is a proper baller. He's a bit like Hudson-Odoi, Saka, and Greenwood are the best youngsters in the
and
league,
Abraham.
as well as Foden, Greenwood, and Saka top youngsters. Then it's Smith Rowe
Who thinks
and
that Chelsea are gonna be
Chelsea are gonna
relegated?
get relegated. No, they're not.
so
How does that
Tuchel
even happen?
backfire.
I don't see that
Tuchel,
happening.
Wow. But
Letuk.
guys, are you telling me that okay, what they did was a good thing? I know right now Chelsea fans are in a honeymoon, and I don't want to judge the new managers coming in based on what I think is going to happen. One thing that I know, of course, Mount maybe might be getting game time, but he won't be getting it as much as he was getting it under Frank Lampard. Some things are gonna change in terms of him, but I don't think maybe he's gonna be. I think Tuchel will promote the kids, but not really to the point where Frank Lampard was doing it. I think we're gonna see a season where now we're gonna see a lot more of Olivier Giroud, those guys with experience. He's gonna try to use the experience to try to come back in this league. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. That's what he's gonna be doing there. And it means like for players like Tammy Abraham and the rest,
Yeah.
they might be loaned out or something like that so that they go get that amount of what is the word that I can use? Experience in the football terms, if that makes sense. So that when they come back, they can actually do better. It's not like Frank Lampard because I actually noticed that Frank Lampard was a good manager who could actually develop the youngsters, make a good player out of a young player. Look at what he did to this guy. It's called James, right? And look at what he did to Mount, and look at what he was doing to Tammy Abraham as well. So that's what I believe. I think the only player I felt like he didn't develop so much, I think it was only Hadoy. So I'm wondering what's going to
Yeah.
happen when it comes to that. I don't know what you think.
I think Chelsea can improve with the new manager. I think they can reach top 6 or top 4. I think they could do that, at least reach top 6 or top 4 with Thomas Tuchel. And I see them doing it.
It's gonna be interesting, that is for sure. It's gonna be serious, that's for sure. Guys, I don't believe Chelsea will be relegated. There's nothing like that ever happened.
No, they're gonna have to be
If
relegated.
Arsenal, the team that was so close to be relegated, was not relegated,
know.
then forget about Chelsea even reaching to those
Yeah.
points. You actually answered him here as well. What he's saying is that Frank Lampard's first season was honeymoon period, finally showing true colors. I don't think his first season was honeymoon. I felt like in the first season, the youngsters were willing to work, and they worked so hard for Chelsea to be where they were. This season, the problem was this: there were a lot of new players who were bought with big money. So it means he was forced to try them out in the league and forgetting all those players that were who got him to where he was in the first place, like the youngsters. You understand what I mean? But I don't think there was a honeymoon point in terms of the first season because he was playing, not allowed to sign any player, and he was using the young kids, and he had to produce something. So that was not easy. That's what I feel. That was not easy at all. What's up?
So, wait, you saying that Alaba is gonna beat that Liverpool gonna buy Alaba?
I'll get to that one so later on. I just want to read what these guys are saying. Spending 2 mil in a summer and still getting sacked. No tactics. No, you know what? I feel like the players he bought and the tactics he was using as a manager were not sinking. Were not like UNICEF. They were not really one thing. He bought Timo Werner. Timo Werner's type of play, it's never up in the air. It's always down. But Frank Lampard, he likes the types of Giroud, the Tammy Abraham, the ones when Ziyech or anybody crosses it in, they get the goals. You understand? So that's what happened there.
Can
They
I
bought the
just
player.
answer that previous
Yes,
like comment about having no tactic? Do you remember his first season at Chelsea when he played great attacking football? He was just unlucky because he didn't have a good defense, and basically,
exactly.
what he's done, he thought that he bought all these players to build a specific system because he was never. He thought Werner was a left winger. If you saw him at Leipzig, he was playing in a 4-4-2 with a physical striker, and he could run on with the nod on with the headers. He's trying to
Yes,
get
yes.
Abraham and Werner in the same team, but not put two strikers up top. So that's why he adapted the crossing technique and wasn't as attacking, even though he had a very good defense. And that's his downfall. He has
Yeah, I think
tactics,
that's
but
what
he
got
just
it
used
wrong.
them with a different set of players.
Exactly. I think, like
But
I'm saying, wrong players with wrong tactics, it never works. We play counter-attack football. United play counter-attack football because they know that they have a Rashford, a player who can run and go up and
but
get the ball and actually scores.
I think Lampard should have like 5 games more. And if he lost or draw these, then he should have been sacked. But it's too early to sack him. But
Can I tell you
he's right.
one
He had
funny
no
thing?
tactics.
Can I tell you one funny thing? Go back in history. All the managers that were sacked of Chelsea, they were sacked after being humbled by Leicester. Go check it out in the history. Every time, whenever Leicester beat Chelsea, a manager is about to be sacked. And it happened again. They were beaten 2-0 by Leicester, and look what happened. They showed them the door. It's every single time. I was actually laughing when I saw that. Top 4: United, Liverpool, City, and Tottenham for sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll go for that. I'll go for that.
So
United.
is this guy saying United will finish first, or is that not in an order?
That's exactly what he's saying. United, Liverpool, City, Tottenham.
I think Man City are gonna.
Yeah, City will be top tomorrow, but not on Wednesday. See what I did there? United are going to smash up Sheffield United.
City they're playing tomorrow.
No, Man United are playing on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Oh.
City are playing West Brom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when the Amazon Prime had all the fixtures. It's the reverse of them. Everyone, like Man U played Sheffield United away. Now they're playing them at home. Liverpool played Tottenham at home. Now they're playing them away.
Yeah.
BT, if you've got BT, then
Yes.
you can watch all of the games. The Tottenham
Wow.
Liverpool one's going to be a really big game. But both sides.
We need to win.
I was about to say
Sam,
that.
if we don't get a win, that will be no wins in January.
Well,
Wow.
was this the guy who was saying, I'm afraid of Liverpool?
Who?
This guy here, Shivam, when he came
Shivam.
on
No, Shivam
Liverpool.
is the man who has always been saying that Liverpool are gonna be beaten by United and they'll forever walk alone. Don't you remember? Don't you remember this
yeah,
man?
it must have been someone else.
He can actually be able to come in the live stream, but today I think he just wants to torment us in the comment section. He wants to torment us in the comment section.
But I think Man City are gonna
I watch
end
along
first.
with him by the way, yesterday. I did the full watch along with him in Shivam yesterday. It was good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so City, United City. Also, it means he has changed it now. It's United City. Then that other team, then Tottenham for sure.
Loser.
2021 is coming. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Trust me.
But
I'm tired.
I think if Man City win tomorrow, then they're gonna be top of the table.
Yeah, but if we win, then we go top.
But then they have a game in hand at the same time.
Yeah, but what if they lose that? That's against Everton.
But remember, they no longer have De Bruyne. They no longer have De Bruyne. I talked about these things before.
Have you seen their next fixtures after this one?
They don't have De Bruyne, and they're gonna play Everton, Liverpool, and what else? I don't know.
But Man United are playing hard games too. They're playing Arsenal, God no. Everton and
Southampton. They're easy dubs.
Southampton.
We've beaten Everton many times, so I'm not afraid of them.
But I
Arsenal
think
are
it's
just
gonna-
banter FC, but they're our
you guys
bogey
gonna
team.
rest Arsenal, Southampton, Everton, West
Burnley.
Brom. I think you
Yeah.
should win that.
Yeah.
West Brom.
We should
and
get
Newcastle.
12 points from 15 at least.
Wow.
And if we don't, then we're not in the title race. Because if you lose again, then you're immediately not title contenders. I don't know how that works, but it just does.
But you know what? I feel like with the way the confidence of United is risen, if they lose a game, that will really, really destroy them. Because I could see the way they were playing, so I don't think they will need something to disturb them. If you understand what I mean, they want to continue with this and continue going straight
Yeah, I
forward.
get that. But remember when we lost to City in the Carabao Cup and everyone thought, oh no, we won't win the next game. Ever since
You
then,
know-
we've been even stronger. So
You know how were they able to get over that one? They just said it's another cup. They just took it like the Champions League days when you guys were doing so good in the Champions League, not doing good in the Premier League, and you reversed that and you're doing good in the Premier League and not in the Champions League. So your players are so good in just dividing and saying that this was another cup. It's not really what we're focusing on.
yeah,
And
KDB is out, but look at the strength and depth that they have. They can put Foden there, and they can play Ferran Torres. I mean, the
but
strength
it's
and
not the
depth they
same.
have is ridiculous.
It's not the same with Kevin De Bruyne and
Yeah,
Kevin De Bruyne put. Did you see how they played with that Division 3 team?
yeah,
City.
they were awful.
You
They were
see,
dreadful.
without Kevin De Bruyne, that's what I'm saying. That's what is going to happen with Manchester City.
Their whole
That
defense
was
could
the
buy all
beginning
their
of the end.
was it Imeric Laporte's the way the value they bought him for 75 mil could buy the Cheltenham their actual club for 75 mil. So this is how. Thing is with City, you've conceded to Division 3 sides. Like, do you not realise how bad that? Like, and I saw, the Football Terrace. They did like
Yes.
City scrape it against Cheltenham. Then I went into the comments, and there were people like saying, "How is it scraped? We won 3-1." Do you realise who you're playing? You're
With,
playing
like,
my nan's second uncle, whatever's B team
Wow.
could do better than Cheltenham. I mean, they're awful. I mean, there was fireworks going on. Like
yeah, they were,
how civilized is that? Yeah. I just don't. If that was
that was-
United,
that was
then United would be
And-
like, oh my
and-
days,
and-
they're the worst player.
and to make matters worse, all their goals they actually
Offside,
said that they're all offsides. Can you believe it?
Mm.
Imagine if they're playing with
Jesus was off. Yeah, VAR. They had to make 5 subs to beat bloody Cheltenham.
I don't even know where the team is. That's the worst part about it. I don't even know where the team comes from, and I'm talking about Manchester City, the Centurions. That is just unspeakable. Like, I don't even know which word to use. Okay,
They're not
so-
the same team, although they are still very good.
Exactly. So this is what is happening here. Klopp is keen to land in a defender this summer. Jurgen Klopp has asked Liverpool to pursue on a deal for David Alaba and pip Real Madrid to the Australian signature, according to Bio, whatever they call that. And Alaba is out of contract with Bayern Munich in the summer and is unlikely to sign a free term.
He's free to talk to agents in January because that's what all the players are allowed to do. If you're if you have
Exactly.
6 months left on your contract, you're allowed to
You're
talk to
allowed to
agents
talk to
and
anyone.
then do a
Gini Wijnaldum is actually
pre-move.
talking to some teams. Gini Wijnaldum is actually talking to some teams as well. So they want to
He's
sign
got to
Alaba.
leave, Junior. He's got to leave. I'm sorry, but like, he's got how many goal contribute? Thiago, he's made 10 fouls in those 2 games he's played against Man U, and he still has not got booked. I mean, like
Gini,
he did do some poor challenges yesterday as
people don't
well.
understand the purpose of Gini. They don't understand how important Gini is to Liverpool. Gini doesn't need to score. Gini doesn't need to assist. He would do all the dirty work, win the ball for you. It's like this Sissoko for Tottenham, if I have to say. Or maybe let me say right back for Tottenham. He fights for the ball everywhere he is. Then give it to the guys who can cross it in, like the Trent Alexander-Arnold, the Robertson. Those guys are the ones who deliver the ball. Even Thiago, I hope he starts doing that anyway. But Gini does all the dirty work for Liverpool. And if nobody understands that, then that is a problem because Gini is so important to Liverpool. I feel like he's really important, and I don't want to lose him. As much as people say that,
But if people who are addicted to stats will say he's awful, get him out. But if you actually look at his play, you'll see he's quite important to Liverpool. That's why I'm not always for stats, but I love this comment I saw when the actual official channel released their highlights, and there was this guy who said Liverpool fans said Bruno Fernandes only scores against bad teams. They weren't wrong.
wow, that hurts. That is
Yeah.
true. It's true though, but we are a bad team at this moment. We are not really
Yeah.
playing so
I
well.
mean, it's
And
Spurs now. Spurs have to be favourites for Thursday, but
top
I
four.
still, I think you'll win. But
You know, I made a small shot. I don't know if you watch my YouTube shorts. I always make sure shots every time. Liverpool, that game against United, I went into that game with no hope. I told you, I never lied about that. I
yep,
went into that game with no hope.
yep,
But after the United game, I left out of that game with at least a hope. You know why? Salah started to score.
yep,
And I believe if we play the same way we played against United with Tottenham, we are getting something out of the game.
yep,
That's how bad I feel Tottenham
yeah,
are.
yeah.
That's how bad I feel Tottenham are. And
But the thing is,
we,
yeah, that Reece Williams cost you that game. I guarantee you, if you had Matip, who's made of breadsticks, don't forget he is made of breadsticks. But Reece Williams was absolutely dreadful. Rashford mugged him. It was like when you get a mug and you're getting coffee, but then you spill it and then you can't clean it up. That's what Reece Williams was against Rashford. He was awful, rubbish.
yeah, I was
I'm sorry. These Liverpool fans
you know
were
what?
gassing him
You
up
know
like
what?
he's the next blooming prime Maldini, and then they
You know
got a
what?
reality check against my man like Rashford. Yeah,
One thing I've actually managed to see, Rhys Williams is a kid, and what happens is this: he is good as a defender, but he doesn't have the pace, and he has not like learned the experience of positioning himself better when he's dealing with the strikers who can run. Look at
yeah.
Matip. Matip is not a fast player, but he knows how to position himself. Even Fabinho. He's not a fast player, but he knows how to position himself so that whenever a player like Rashford goes up, he's either getting to the ball first or does something that doesn't put him in trouble but stopping the ball from going to
Just
him.
before you carry on, you know how I think you guys are focusing on the defense, and it was the opposite way around. It's not not the defense isn't the problem; it's the attack. Now the attack is scoring, the defense is the problem. I think you're missing Henderson. I honestly think you're missing
Yes,
Henderson
yes,
because
yes.
I picked up on something. Henderson, as a CDM, moves into a right back position, and when Trent goes forward, he's
He
always there to
covers.
cover. He's there to
He
cover,
covers.
and Thiago doesn't possess him. He's always. Don't get me wrong, Thiago's a good player. I don't rate him for his tactical fouling, but that's part of the game. But anyway, Henderson and Fabinho's reading of the game, no one really can match it in the Prem.
It's out of this
Like
world. It's out of
realistically,
this world.
I think last season you had such a Fabinho after lockdown. He scored 2 bungers. It was
Crazy goals.
bunging,
Like
yeah, because he was allowed to move
even
up,
that
and
assist. Remember
Henderson
the
and
assist against Crystal Palace that he set to Mo Salah. I'm talking about Fabinho. The one that he hit and he went straight to Salah's legs. You see, those things we
I saw his goal against Palace as well, and I think he scored against Chelsea. Did he? He
Yes,
scored
yes.
against. Yeah.
City.
But for the first
City.
year, let's be real here. For the first year, Fabinho he's a bit like Fred. For the first year in his Liverpool career, he really wasn't a starter. He was eased in, but now look at him. He's a starter. He's going to be transformed into a centre back, FSG won't back because Fabinho. Don't forget, Fabinho did have an injury. He was out for 2 weeks, so you guys had to deal with
You know what?
if things get bad, and Matip and Fabinho both get Fabinho and Matip both get injured, you'll be playing Matt Phillips and Reece Williams. I mean, like my nan wouldn't be intimidated by that. So I mean, like that is a worry. Sorry, for Liverpool, and they really have got to get a centre back. Otherwise, I can't see you retaining this trophy. And with City, look what they've done. They've bought again, and it's paid off so far.
Yes. They'll spend another meal to just buy players. You see, as usual.
I think you've spent too much. I think you've spent like Van Dijk. There's this article coming out today from TalkSport, who I find the most aggravating sports radio. But they were saying Van Dijk could have been signed by Man U 6 months earlier before they opted to sign Lindelof. And I was like, where are you getting this? I mean, do you have inside sources to the club? No. Are you making this up for views? Yes. Are you annoying? Yes. There's this guy named Simon Jordan. There's this guy named Simon Jordan, I think he was, and basically, he said Frank Lampard will succeed more than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, he can't really now because he's sacked, isn't he, you schmuck? He said that 4 days before he got sacked, and I was thinking, Ole, Ole is 10 times. I'm sorry, Ole is being a better manager than Frank. Frank, although he had a. I would actually say Frank had kind of similar squad for most parts of the season due to injuries in that from Man U. But Frank Lampard, it was for me, he's a good manager, but he's got to go. His wife's pregnant, so take some family time away. He actually, I think he was stressed. I honestly think he was stressed. I'm not even lying. I think he's stressed, so he probably will need some time away. But I think he's got to take some time away from football. Maybe he'll come back as a pundit. Not as a manager though.
Maybe you should go join Jim Carragher and feel Gary Neville in the Sky Sports.
I don't think he would ever join Sky Sports. He feel like he'd done a betrayal to BT.
He'll go to the Premier League guys there. Where Ian Wright and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I feel like as for Frank, we have to give him time. I think it's important. He has to go in the world of football. And I feel like if he goes back to the championship, maybe he may come back a better manager. I just want to show you something funny, an article that I did see again. There's the article. Can you see it? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Liverpool.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is how desperate we are now.
You're getting Sokratis. I mean,
look at the guy. His face is
look at him.
Don't sign me,
he was terminated by blimmin' Banter FC, and you're trying to get. Oh God, what has FSG done?
You know
what has he done? What has he done, boys? What has he actually done?
But you know what? Compare him to Reece Williams. He tried to compare him with Reece Williams and see what happens.
He's a B-Tech Matt Phillips. I mean, he's just physical, and that's it.
Exactly.
I don't know why you're looking at him. He's so slow.
You know what? Klopp used to use this guy at
Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund. So maybe he knows how to use the old man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, what I wouldn't do though, Sokratis. Just think about it. How many goals they leaked in at Dortmund when he had Sokratis in his side? Not too many, but still quite a few. Like he was conceding maybe 2, 3, even 4, maybe even 4. Yeah, 4 a game. But I mean, he wouldn't probably be against it, but it's not his priority to get blimmin' Sokratis. I mean, really? Sokratis?
That's how desperate
the FSG just doesn't want to back Klopp.
I have no idea why. The men won them a lot of stuff, and I have no idea why they're not just backing him. Why are they not backing him?
I don't
I have
think you
no
have the money. I don't think you have the money. I honestly don't. I think for me, I saw Firmino yesterday, and he turned into prime Maradona. But
Oh, he was
again,
playing so well against United, Firmino. The
um,
assist, the
mm.
assist, it was out of this world.
Yeah,
I was
but
really
you could say the same about Rashford.
Hello.
That pass from what's that?
it was world class.
Rashford's assist for Greenwood. Oh, I was dead. I thought I was dreaming, but I
Our
woke up.
defending was bad, that's why.
But what do you
Oh,
mean? Can you not? Can you actually
yeah,
accept
Yempe,
brilliance for what?
Yempe.
You can't accept brilliance. Okay, right.
Yempe,
Our defending was
Our
bad for your
defending was
incredible
bad.
pass. Yeah, and so was
Yempe.
ours for your goal, for Salah's
Can you
chip.
not
Can you
see our
can you
defending? Do
read
you
the
think our
comment?
defending was good?
No, because we countered you, because you had
No,
7 men. That's down on Klopp.
it wasn't the defense. It
No,
was
but
one.
then the
You
first
know why?
goal,
I
Milner
felt
should
like
have headed it.
Spurs
Second goal,
were
Nathan
so hard.
Phillips
It
should
was
have done it.
inches above
And then
his head.
third
What do
goal.
you mean? The third goal,
Yeah, but
that's
he
just
could have
pure
got it.
class. You're just salty just because Man U are better than you now.
Milner, okay, let me tell you. I felt like Fabinho had to go
You guys.
somehow so that he at least tried to protect the young kid because the young kid was making a lot of errors, and that's where we got it wrong. That's
Is he?
Hello?
We might have lagged out. Might need to join back in again. How can you? Why can't you just? Why can't you just accept brilliance? It was a brilliant
No,
pass.
but now,
Bad
now with
defending, really. No one can stop
our
that pass.
tactics
Like,
are, we got the tactics wrong. Now our tactics is that
okay.
whenever someone counterattacks, we're gonna go back to defense and defend them, and we didn't do that
Why are you so
tactic.
salty that Man you won? I mean,
No,
like the
but do you not
second
see
goal. The
the
second
mistake?
goal
You
was
said that
brilliant.
Nathan
The
Phillips
second goal
done
was
bad
brilliant as
yesterday.
well.
But
Reece Williams, that was poor, but
yeah,
can't
he's done
really do
bad. You said
anything.
he
He's
done
slower
bad.
than a slug buried in concrete. So I mean,
Yeah, you said the second goal. He
yeah.
done bad. That was a mistake. He
Well,
thought he kicked
no.
it, but then went to Rashford.
Yeah, but can you accept brilliance? Just
Yeah,
maybe.
no.
I said for the Liverpool goal, instead of focusing on the negatives of Man U
The third goal was
defending.
good.
Yeah, the third goal was good, and it was a foul. Don't care. Have you seen it back?
No, I don't think it was a foul.
See it
I
back.
mean,
See it back.
it was
He's
a
all
soft
over him.
foul.
It's a soft foul, but it's still a foul. I mean, we've seen penalties
Yeah,
given.
but then they
I mean,
scored.
we could argue for this over like 1,000 years, but it's still not going to change the fact that we scored from it. We move, and to be honest, I think it will benefit you most because you have injury problems of your own, and you don't need any more fatigue. So, I
I
think it will
just
benefit.
want to say that if we had Virgil van Dijk, we would have won that game.
Yeah, and if we had a better goalkeeper in goal, we would have not conceded
David De Gea,
twice.
he wasn't playing.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that's
Dean
it. This
Henderson.
is if buts and maybes. I do absolute. No, I'm copywriting James Redmond.
But I have to tell you
This
something.
is
Dean Henderson got nutmegged by Salah.
wow. Oh my days. Allison got wrong-footed.
Yeah, but that was a
Yeah,
free
but
kick. But the
that
second goal
was
from
a
Liverpool was
one-on-one.
so good.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I can't. No, I'm joking. Right, the second one was just Cavani being sloppy in possession. Cavani should have scored at the end. He hit the post.
Yeah, he didn't. Well, but the second goal from Liverpool was good. It was good play, and then we leveled it.
Then
And
why
then
can't you accept brilliance for Rashford's goal? It was bad defending by United.
only his assist was good.
Yeah.
Greenwood.
Thank you.
But
Wait,
the second
hold on.
goal.
What are your top 4 predictions for this season?
Look, I think Man City, they're doing good right now. I know they didn't do good before, but I think they can end first. And then I don't want to say this, but you guys end second,
Mm-hmm.
and we guys end third, and
And
then
then who's
Tottenham's fourth.
So you think Tottenham will go ahead of Chelsea even if they get Tuchel in?
I think Chelsea are gonna end fifth.
Apparently Chelsea might have just announced it.
But
Tuchel.
if Liverpool could get into the title race, then
Yeah, but I don't think you will. I honestly, unless you win against Tottenham, I can't
But did you
really.
see the 2018 to 19 season? We were 8 points ahead and then Man City won the league. And we're 8 points behind you. So
No,
if
you're
we keep on
6.
losing a drawing, then it's Man United versus Man City title race. But if we keep on winning, then we'll be close.
Yeah, but like the positive for you guys is you scored goals, and at least you won't have to. That's one less thing to focus on.
Finally, we scored a goal. I was just
Yeah.
happy that we scored the goals too. And it was a good
Yeah,
performance from us yesterday.
yeah, but then your negatives are we
But
conceded
then
goals.
it's the
You
defending.
conceded goals again, and FSG
Yeah,
isn't just willing to back Klopp.
it's
I think it's
it's the
hard
defending.
because what Klopp has done for you guys pretty sensational. Just the way he's brought this club. But I mean, from where you started, from where you actually started as a club, I mean, you were celebrating 1-1 draws with West Brom, and now you're winning Prem titles and Champions League. I honestly think if you
We're having a bad season. We're
somehow
having a bad
manage to
season.
get maybe like a centre back or so, then
Yeah,
maybe you can save your season. But I can't see it really happening at the moment.
but if we win from Tottenham, I think we have hope that we could possibly go to the title win. But if we,
Yeah,
as
but
I said,
I
if we
mean,
keep on,
either way, if Man U win, you lot are still. It's a must-win for both teams because if Tottenham want to be in this so-called title race, which I don't think they're in, by the way, I think they're fake in. They're not. Like realistically, they're called bottle jobs for a reason. I mean, when like they'll bottle it against City, I guarantee you. I'll put money that they'll bottle it against City. Even like this is City's trophies. Like it's like their sugar daddy. To City, but
but look, City.
realistically, I just can't see Spurs really being in a title race.
But City, they're doing good right now, and
Yeah.
I see them that they're gonna win tomorrow. I think they can win tomorrow
Yeah, they probably will. But
against West Brom.
Big Sam will keep them up from relegation. You know what? Okay, do you agree with me on this? Leeds are the most overhyped team ever.
Nah, I don't think Leeds are a bad team. I think
No.
they have a good.
What? I don't think they're a bad team. I just think they're overhyped. What do you think?
No, I don't think they're overhyped.
Have you seen the British media? They were praised for losing 6-2 to Man U. I mean, like, come on, is that not overhyped?
I mean, that was a time ago. That was like a month ago, that match. But if they like win games, then my prediction of Leeds finishing was 10th.
Yup. I can't see them
10th.
getting European sports. Like
No, they're not gonna get European
it's
sports
good that
or
they're back
anything.
in the Prem, I guess, but like realistically, they're not
Yeah.
as good as people think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and then our few games, it's gonna be hard because we have West Ham after Tottenham, and then we
You
have
have City.
no, we
No,
have
you have
Brighton,
then you have
Brighton,
City, and then you
and
have
then
City.
we have City, and then we have Leicester. So when the Liverpool versus Brighton, Liverpool City, and Leicester City is gonna be a hard game. They're both gonna be hard.
So
And then
you said your predictions are top 6. Do top 6. So do you think Arsenal will finish 6th, 5th?
Oh, Chelsea went 5th, and 6th will be. No, I need to see the Premier League table.
Are we
And then
forgetting
I think
Leicester? Do you think Leicester could have a shout?
let me see the table.
I think
think-
Leicester will finish 5th, to be honest, or 4th, because they've been so good this season.
Yeah. No, but then last time Leicester City were good and then they dropped points. They kept on losing and losing. And then they ended in Europa League football. So I think Tottenham went 5th. Chelsea will end 6th. No. Aston Villa will end 6th. And Southampton will end 7th.
Sorry, guys, I was just cut. Like I told you, we have some crazy things that are happening.
No, it's okay.
What's happening? So what are we talking about?
Sam, what's your? We were just talking about predictions for the top 6. What are your predictions? And do you think Leeds are overhyped?
No.
Leeds are overhyped.
Yes, thank you.
I don't even
You've
think so.
joined. You've joined.
No.
Look, I was talking with Sam
Leeds
when
are
I
overhyped,
first
man.
came on this channel.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, these guys, they talk about Leeds like they've won the thing. Look at what they did against United. Is that a team that is going to achieve anything in the league?
And they were praised for losing
They're
6
overhyped.
to
People
United.
just
I think they're gonna finish 10th. Come on, Sam. 10th.
10.
I
Leeds
think it maybe 11th.
Over
Maybe
who?
11th.
Come on, 10th.
Not in the top
10th is
10.
good.
Let's talk
Are we
about let's talk
forgetting
about the top
Everton
10.
and Leicester?
Exactly.
carry
Let's
on,
talk about the
carry
top 10.
Let's-
Let's talk about the top 10. Let's say right now United. Then we say City.
Yeah.
Then we say it's Liverpool. It's Leicester City, right?
You're gonna say United are gonna be first.
Tottenham. Listen to me. Then we have
Okay.
okay. Then we say what is the number 6? We say Chelsea. We say Arsenal because Arsenal are back. We have Aston Villa. We have Southampton. We have Everton, and we have what? Which other
Leicester.
team we can put? West Ham. Leicester did put it in the top 4. Then we have West Ham, even Leicester. They will be around somewhere there. We're next to near Newcastle and some of the teams that are that side. I don't think they'll be anywhere close because I feel like those guys are overhyped for no apparent reason. I don't even get it.
I think it's just because they have Marcelo Bielsa, or I think he has a good style of playing. I don't think they're a bad team, but they're just so overhyped. I'm sorry, they are basically Villa are basically the team the media make them out to be. Villa are a sick team. Like, how can you dislike them? They're such a banging team.
It's just like that. So
Yeah,
I
Aston
don't
Villa
know.
are good.
Why do you think Leeds are a good team? By the way, gameplay. I want to hear your
On Leeds.
reasoning. Try to change my.
No, I'm just saying they can end first if they win their games.
First,
Because
Which game really? Because
I know they're having a bad
if
week.
they play with a team
They're
that is
12th in the
fast,
league right now. They're 12th in the league. They're versing Newcastle
Yes.
next. I think they could win against Newcastle.
they
That's
will
tomorrow.
win against it. I mean, my nan's
Yeah.
B teams.
I have no idea how we drew
Second
with
team could
Newcastle.
still be.
I don't know how.
See,
They are
Fletcher even
How did
said,
Liverpool
Fletcher
draw
even
with
said
Newcastle?
Leeds aren't even overhyped. Fletcher even said, my man.
Kelechi from AFTV.
Fletcher.
Oh, Fletcher. Who the fuck is
You know, he was saying
Fletcher?
that Leeds were
Fletcher
not
for
overhyped. No, but I think they can finish 10th.
Maybe. But so, anyway,
Leeds.
Sam, what's your predictions for top 10?
No.
Top 10.
Top 6. Sorry, top 6.
Okay, that's serious.
Oh, thank you for that. Top 10. Listen how gameplay is listening to this one. My prediction for top 10 as things I like at this moment. I'll go City 1, United 2, 3
Yep.
we will
Ooh.
have either Leicester or in Chelsea, Liverpool and Chelsea. Then we have Chelsea maybe. Let me say number 5. Then we have Tottenham Hotspurs. I think that's my top 6.
So you
But
think?
I don't know
you
if I'm
think,
being wrong or what.
you
But don't
think?
you think? Yeah, don't you think Man City are gonna be first? Come on, they're like playing good right now. Isn't it gonna be like a title race, Man United versus
I
Man
said
City?
City are gonna be first. I said in the
Who?
City first.
Yeah,
I
they're
said
like
City first.
They were second 2018 to
No,
2019 20, 2018 to 19
you know
first.
what? You know what?
2017 first.
You know what?
Yeah.
How dangerous City is. I'm remembering from the 2018 game that we play. We battled against them when we were in the title race with them. City
Yeah.
with the game in hand are a dangerous team. So if we eliminate the game in hand and they're still second, that's when you hear me saying that City are getting
If you're in
nothing.
the title
If
race,
they have a
if
game
Man
in
United in the
hand,
title race
they'll
with
keep fighting with you like they want to be on top, but they will know that they have a game in hand and they'll use that against you. So unless that game end is
wait,
disappears somehow somewhere, that's when I'll say City second because that
if Man
team,
United on the title race with
Guardiola.
Man City, then Man United need to win their games. We were in the title race with Man City and we lost because we kept on drawing our games and then losing our games. That's why we lost 2018 to 19. And then we won it the season after.
I think we are the worst losers in the. We are the worst losers. Why am I saying that? Because we lose the games by drawing, not by actually being
Because
beaten. You know, when you are beaten in a team, you actually say you actually accept it that yeah, I've
but
lost 3 points. Yeah, I'm crap. But with Liverpool, you leave a game and you'll be saying that we played so good. Then how did we lose this game?
Sam,
We drew as a sign to show that we are playing good. Yeah.
don't you remember the 2012 title race? Man United versus Man City. Man City scored at the last minute.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me
The
of that.
Aguero goal. The Aguero goal. They did that. I think they did that to us, and they did that to see
I
United
know,
as well, right?
Man City are good at title races.
I mean,
Exactly. They're the best.
because they have a
They're the best at
mentality
it.
with Klopp, with Pep, sorry.
Pep Guardiola, exactly. Let me read this comments. Leeds have a very good play style. They have a good manager.
Yeah,
Bamford
Fletcher's
is
even right.
playing well, and for a team that is newly promoted,
Yeah.
Mm. Mm,
Hello?
Bamford is not playing so.
Okay.
That is really terrible. So it's like at this moment, I don't know. I don't know how to. Can I? I don't even know who I can try to say this them like you did. Give those chances to a player like, for example, Greenwood. He will score 9 of those goals rather than you see. So I don't feel like
Thank
that
you.
they are really there. Bamford is not really that good of a striker. I feel like that. I don't know if you agree with me or
Yeah.
disagree. Let me hear your words.
No, I wouldn't say second Liverpool. I mean,
First Man
Oh, so
City,
you said
second Liverpool,
Manchester.
third Man
He is a
United.
Liverpool fan, by the way. He's a
yeah.
Liverpool fan.
He actually thinks he's going to finish
If
second.
you,
Well, fair enough. I mean, they are retaining.
I don't think we're gonna finish second. I don't see us finishing second.
me too.
I think first
As
Man
much
City
as
and
I
then
love
Man
my team,
United and Liverpool.
my team has not given me the hope to believe that we can do that. You see, that's why I'm
If
not
you
even
carry on
putting them
and
there.
if you carry on with this form, then you're not even going to finish top four. I mean, like there are some Liverpool fans that were like actually concerned for if they're going to get top four or not.
I think we will.
That's why I love Drift. I listen to Drifty. He's somebody who speaks
Coppish.
sense, like you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He says the truth as much as it is painful to take it. He says it like it is. When we are crap, we are crap. And if we try to say that our team will be good, that is just a lie, people. We need to talk about these issues. You know what? I feel like we are not as vocal as like a United or maybe a Chelsea fans as Liverpool fans. I don't know why. We are not making noise to this FSG so that they wake up. If it was Manchester United or Chelsea for these guys will be shaking something and they'll actually make change because they'll be afraid of what's happening.
It's-
And Liverpool, we are just like, oh, it
If
will be
no,
well.
like
It'll be well.
if Liverpool
Say what you want to say.
okay, if Liverpool lose or draw, they're gonna
Yeah.
be like mad. They're gonna be like trying to get top four. Then
Mm.
they're gonna be like trying to get top four. If they keep on losing and drawing, then
Even
they're gonna
Europa.
Yes,
I mean,
because
I think you'll finish maybe fourth or third, but
they'll
I, I,
fighting.
can't,
They'll
I,
be
can't, I
fighting
can't
their
accept
lives to go
Europa.
top four.
you
Because
cannot
if we
accept
don't, that's
Europa.
embarrassing.
But no,
I'm
look at
promising
your
you
squad.
something.
Look how thin your
I'm
squad is. I
promising you
mean,
something.
Yeah.
It's like it's not
Liverpool
strong
gets Europa. The
on the
Football Connect
final
is getting
day. On the final
suspended.
day. On the final day.
That would be so sad.
Sam, do you watch Mark
Liverpool
Goldbridge?
gets Europa. Football Connect is getting. Yes, I do.
Uh,
I
uh,
do. I do.
yeah, you know his story with Burnley? You remember
Goldbridge.
Yeah, Goldbridge
Yes.
with Burnley. And his FIFA career mode.
He talked about
He might
Burnley. He hates Burnley.
he might want to repay the favor. He might want to maybe give Liverpool.
Do
Who
Liverpool
do you have
favor for
on?
losing
Who would
to
you have
them.
on your last day? Who do you have on your last day?
Oh, I think we have Crystal Palace.
Oh,
We should have
Ability FC. Right, okay.
But
Ability
we beat them
Merchants.
7-0.
Yeah, and you lost 7-2 to Villa.
Why always? No, yeah, it's Crystal Palace.
I mean, they're Ability Merchants FC. They're not great.
We lost 7-2 to Aston Villa. We know that, but we beat Crystal Palace by 7 goals. And I
I
felt
know,
like
when
that's
we
when
beat
we
someone
went wrong.
7-0, then
Guys,
someone
I
else
think
talk
they
about bad.
exhausted themselves. Our best. That's what you guys always do to
I
each other.
know.
Liverpool
He's always
United
talking
fans.
about bad defeats. I said
Whenever
7-0 and
whenever
he
he
said
talks about
7-2.
how, like, let me say, for example, whenever United fans say that we won 6-2 to Leeds, you hear Liverpool fans saying, but you were beaten 6-2, 6-1 by Tottenham. Like, what's happening here? I don't even get it. Why are we trying to make everything a competition? I know we are rivals. It's meant to be competition, but some of the things, man, they just forget about it. Anyway, so like I'm saying, what's going to happen? Let me read this comment. Let's read this comment. I don't know why I'm getting confused right now. We are only 6 points off the top, and we had a bad first half of the season. So if we start playing well, we can definitely get to top 2.
I agree with him.
That's one
I agree with
Liverpool
him.
fan I respect a lot to say.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Can I just
Let me-
add on that?
Yeah.
Why I disagree with that is because I think you can get top 2, but these are all hypothetically. These aren't. These are ifs, and if this happens, we never know what's going to happen. Yeah, maybe it could
Yeah.
happen, but what if it backfires? What if it goes the other way and you don't get out of this bad run of form? It's like maybe there's a corner that we don't see coming, and you're going to turn it, and then you're going to become champions again. But at the moment, I really can't see much changing, to be completely honest.
Okay. Let me try to talk to the person who just joined us on the chat. Hello, Mr. The Mighty. Hello.
Ooh.
The Almighty. The Almighty. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, let me.
No.
Okay,
He tried calling earlier.
you said
Didn't
something. He has unmuted himself now. I think he can speak now. Just try to speak. Huh?
What the heck?
What the hell is that?
What?
Was that a goat?
For a team that got 99 points last season, you can't write us off so easily.
Yeah, but look at your
You know
squad
what?
when you have that.
Out of
When you had that,
everything
then
else.
look at your squad when you had that. It's not the same. You don't. Although you've added when's Jota coming back?
Like February.
Next
February.
Oh,
Next
I
week.
want to see him back.
Next week.
I want to see him back.
Next week.
Next week. People just believe me for once. It's coming back next week.
I think it's going to be in
That's saying about
February.
Jota that maybe. Yeah, that's saying that. Yeah, how many days are we left to February? Like, it's really close now.
No, if we get
So
Jota
let's
back,
just hope that it comes back.
if we get Jota back, we could do good. We can score again.
Are you sure? You know what? I
am
hate
sure.
to be the devil advocate here. Liverpool have been playing so well with John injury, but it's coming
Uh-huh.
from an injury. Are we going to we had when we started? Is that what
Do
we
you
are
think
saying we're
it's a bit on?
expecting to see?
Do you think the
Are
injury
we
to
going to
Jota
put
is
so
on
much pressure
Klopp?
onto one player? Like, yeah, it is on Klopp. That one we don't even
Because he
have to
played
talk about
against
it. It is on
Midtjylland.
Klopp. Why was
I
he?
mean,
Why was he making a
Midgets,
play
they're
that's
midgets.
useless in form? I feel like this season, our friend is back. Hello.
what is this?
What is it?
What is this guy? Oh my days!
I just
What is? Oh my
wow.
days!
What was that?
I'm
Why is he
speechless.
trying to play Rumba?
I'm speechless. I'm
Where
He's
is
honestly.
trying to play Rumba. Like
I'm
he wants
honestly
to go like on us, like while we're talking
I'm
football here. What's up?
speechless.
So let's see. Me too. But you can't assume that we are going to keep playing the way we are. We got 99 points last season. So you have got to have that assumption that a point will go good for. Okay. I hear what it's saying. Did you hear what it's saying, guys? Do you understand what it's saying there?
You can't. Yeah, I'm just trying to read
He
this
is
now.
believing that our team.
Yeah, I mean, you
He's
can
saying
have
that our team is.
belief in that, but
He's saying my team, Liverpool. I know that this bad run will come to an end. Enough evidence to
Yeah.
believe. Wow. Guys, I
mm,
feel like the same guy just came back with another name. Sam's brother is back. Like my brother is over here, and Sam's brother is back on
Just
internet.
kick
Like,
him, man.
hello, Sam's brother. I love this man.
No.
Not the music, please. Yeah, like it's not the music.
I think this
Just
guy
say something
wasn't he
new.
the guy who hi Sam wasn't he the guy who said that and he didn't have a
Yeah.
mic.
He is the high
I
Sam,
think he types in
and I
the
think he
chat,
was
doesn't
the
he?
Almighty. I think he was the Almighty, and now he's the same brother. It's like, and he's sending a private message. How are you, Sam's? How are you, Sam's brother? How are you, guys? Okay, let's get back to serious stuff because Sam's brother is still talking to us. He's still
What
thinking
the
of
hell's
coming
that?
here. So you know what, with Liverpool, just to say, I felt like I got hope when I watched the United game that we were at least now scoring goals. We were doing something that we were not doing, and I'm hoping that we can build from that when we go to
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspurs. And if we get a victory at Tottenham Hotspurs in their own home ground, it will make Jose cry, and I would love that. And if as
Yeah.
Jose is crying, I'll believe that the confidence will 100% be back in our team.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No,
I don't
but
know if
imagine if Man U lose to Sheffield United on
yeah,
Wednesday.
that'll be crazy.
No,
I
it'll be
don't think
funny.
they'll do that though.
No, I
As
don't
much
think.
as
I
I
think
want
they're
that
gonna
to
win.
happen, I don't think
It'll be easy, man.
even Peter Pogba will score a hat trick. He has been the best player for them at the moment, isn't it? So, Mr. Gameplay,
Yeah.
Liverpool are thinking of bringing Sokratis to the team.
Wait, I
What
couldn't
do you
hear
say
you
about that?
properly. You were lagging.
I said Liverpool are thinking of bringing Sokratis, like for the outcast of Arsenal.
Do you think I want to buy
Him,
Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool
him.
gonna buy Sokratis?
They're saying that they're thinking of doing that. That's what they said.
No, I don't. I don't think Sokratis is gonna be good for Liverpool. I just don't think so.
Thank
He's
you
doing
very
bad
much,
for
Mr. Fletcher.
Arsenal.
He's doing bad
I
for
don't think
Arsenal.
he's
He's
gonna be
no
good.
longer a national player, by the way. He's no longer a national player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's no longer a national
his
player.
contract was terminated.
Oh,
So
terminated. That's how bad he was for them. I want to show you something as well, guys. Another transfer news. The Almighty is back.
I got the transfer
is
news.
this
This
guy
is
just
what
gonna blast some
this is
music
what
again?
Newcastle are thinking. I'm gonna ban him if he does that. Rafa Benitez wanted back at Newcastle. What do you say
Who?
about that, people?
Rafa Benitez. I think he's a good manager and he
Wanted
did really well.
back
Because,
by
but does he? actually, like with the squad they have and how weak their team is, can you really see a drastic improvement gonna happen? I mean, Rafa Benitez is better than Steve Bruce,
Trust me,
but
trust me,
realistically,
Rafa
with
is
that squad,
100% in upgrade to Steve Bruce.
yeah, I'm not
Rafa
denying that. I'm not denying that,
left a
but
good team to Steve,
Rafa
and look what
Benitez
Steve Bruce
left
did to
because
it.
of the board and left because of money and because of the board not backing him. He left because he just never got backed. And even though he did so well, this what is it? What's this guy called? What's the owner name? What's the guy's called? Ashley or something?
I have no
Was it?
idea. I remember the last time
Anyway,
I
they
was
never back
following Newcastle's
anyone.
owner news.
And they're so indisciplined as a
That is their
team. Like
problem.
when like Fraser, he's a prime example of why they're at such a downfall is because they're undisciplined and they don't have any maturity. And like Fraser's going into a challenge against Sheffield United like that, but at least they have Saint Maximan back though. They do have Saint
Yes.
Maximan back because if
Yeah,
you know
Maximan is
that
back.
COVID
Maximan is
has
back.
a long-term effect. It might just not be like long-term effect and really affect your mental health and can actually give you diseases. So
I
he
actually
was
discovered
recovering
that.
from that.
I saw that with my players.
Mm.
I saw that with my players, Liverpool players. You can actually see that mentality. Why those who suffered
Benitez,
from COVID are taking time to come back.
Benitez wanted back at Newcastle.
Yes, I feel like if
Mm.
Benitez goes to Newcastle, there'll be a better team than what we see.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve
That's what I
Bruce. What does he? What
those
has he
players,
really brought to? What has he really brought to Newcastle?
you
Now, let's be
see,
real here.
you
He's
see.
not really
I
brought
think he
anything.
beat Man United last year.
Yeah,
Rafa
yeah, and he
Benitez.
also
If
beat
you're talking about
Spurs,
what Rafa did,
and he also beat
Yeah.
Chelsea, and he drew with
if we're talking about
Man City.
Mm.
and they drew with Liverpool, how did that even happen?
And he drew with Liverpool.
Anyway, if we're talking about
Remember
Rafa
that.
Benitez, like I actually froze while I was thinking about it. If Rafa, one thing that I know he's gonna do, he brought Newcastle back to the Premier League. That is not we all know that. If we're talking about him and Newcastle, they'll start playing good football again. Not defensive
Who else
type of
loved it?
football with
Who else
no
loves his
direction type of
accent?
football.
Does anyone else love Rafa Benitez's accent? And that's a fact.
I
love the
love
way.
I love Rafa because he brought number 5 to Liverpool Champions
I
League.
know.
Number
He
5.
was a good Liverpool manager,
He
Sam.
brought,
Remember? He
he
used
brought
to.
number 5 to Liverpool.
Yeah, he was a good manager.
Yes,
He won us the
yes. He
Champions League.
brought number 5.
He won
The
us the Champions
Gerrard
League. He
goal
won
with
us
the
so many
penalty. Don't
things.
you remember those days? Exactly.
Yeah.
Question:
Exactly.
Would you
I know
rather
the
win the
history of my
Champions
team.
League? Would you rather win the Champions League or the World Cup?
Wait, what? The World Cup?
Would you rather win
The Club
the
Cup.
Champions League or the World Cup?
The Club World Cup. That is the Club World Cup, right?
The Almighty is back again.
don't
He's
you
trying
dare
to
play
make
music.
How about you, Mr. Almighty? Tell me what you want to say.
This guy.
In the comment section.
He's going in the chat.
Then
Hi
I'll add you, I
guys.
promise.
If he,
I
oh,
promise.
has he left?
I
Has he
promise.
left?
I promise you, I will add you into the stream. If you just tell me what you want to say on the stream, then I'll add you 100%. Anyway, like I'm saying,
He's always screaming
like I'm
in the
saying,
stream.
if when you say
It's just
I think you said
playing
something wrong
music.
there.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Eggs and cheese. What? Eggs and cheese. Oh, God. Then see you tomorrow, sir. And like what I was saying, what is going to happen is this: if
Eggs and cheese. I'm a pilot.
I'm a-
Fine. What the flip? Eggs and cheese. What is he saying? I honestly don't
He's
know what
weird.
this guy. Are you on a
Bye-bye.
hangover? Are you drunk?
he's gone. He's gone. Don't have time for that. Okay, so like I
we
was
don't
saying,
have time for eggs and cheese. We don't need
you
to
were
beat Gordon
asking a question.
Ramsay.
You were
Yeah.
asking a question, by the way. You were saying that would we rather win the Champions League, or the Club World
The
Cup?
World.
Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
the
The Club
world.
World Cup, or
No,
what?
no, like
Like
no,
with the,
with your
like
national
the
team, with
Country
your
World
national.
Cup?
Yeah, the country world
Oh,
on the
whoa,
Blimmer
whoa,
Club
whoa.
World Cup.
But we're not in the
Nothing
Country
against.
World Cup.
No. What I mean,
Uh,
would you rather win with your national
uh, uh,
team
uh,
or
uh,
win the Champions League?
ye-
I would rather win.
Funny enough,
I'd
so
rather win the Champions
so
League.
I was born. I was born in Zim. You understand? So growing up, the only country in terms of the European countries that I've got attached to in terms of knowing the history or the other things was the Britain, you understand? And I know my country will never be in the World Cup, like seriously being there in Africa. We are not really doing so well in terms of football. I
I
would back
support
England
in
to
the
go
World
win the World
Cup.
Cup. I would love to see that.
In the World Cup, I support England, and if
Where
the
are you
US is
from?
in the,
You see?
Where are you from,
I'm
Mr.
from
Gameplay?
I'm from England,
Hmm.
but
You see?
I'm
You
from
are
England
supporting
and
your
US
country.
basically.
Whoa, you are in the middle. Christian
Yeah.
Pulisic will be disappointed in you if you are throwing away USA and
If
England like
USA
that.
win the World Cup,
Saying,
I'll
take your
support them
USA, I'm
too.
going with England.
But England are in the World Cup,
They
so
do
I
win the World
support
Cup.
them.
USA do win the World Cup. The women of USA are always winning the World Cup year after every 4 years. Like literally
USA never
every
win the
four
World
years they're
Cup. They
winning the
never
World
can
Cup.
even qualify for the World Cup.
The women. I'm talking about the ladies here now. We got ladies now. We're not just ladies here. They win the World Cup.
Who?
And that's exactly what I'll do. But you know, one thing that I also wanted to talk about this. I discovered that England is right now. If we talk about what England has managed to do, they've produced the most like talented youngsters in the world of football. And I'm asking myself, if you have that amount of talent, can you not say that we can win the World Cup in the next 4 years to come, or maybe I don't know when the
No,
next World Cup will be?
I
it's
think we
next
should. I
year.
think we
Don't
should
you
be
think you
winning.
have actually you are capable of winning it?
You think
I
England are
think.
gonna win the World Cup? I don't.
I
I
think
think
we
we should
should
be
be
winning.
winning it with the squad we have, but I don't think we will with Southgate
You think
because
we
he
should
keeps on
win?
playing a blimmin' back five with Eric Diarrhea and Slabbard. Um, and he just can't. He can't seem to get the bit. Like he's you know. Oh my god. He's honestly rested Harry Kane. He's rested. We have too many We have too many players. That's so good. That's the problem. That is
Yeah,
actually the
very
problem.
good. You see,
We went in the World Cup. They went in the World Cup semi-final and they lost. I watched that live. It was 2-1
I was
to
crying. I was
Croatia.
actually crying. I was
I
physically
wasn't
crying.
crying that much.
But you
I would never
know,
cry.
you
you'll
know,
never
you
cry.
know
It
Okay,
how
was
you got,
beg man.
Mandzukic.
you
He
know,
banged that in.
how you got that one wrong.
That was so
You know how
sad.
you got
I've
that one
hated
wrong.
him since
What
that day,
what I
man.
feel like what I felt like England got wrong. They enjoyed this. They were so excited, this singing "It's Coming Home" and focusing on the type of dressing that's so good, that
It
this
was
man was
coming
doing and
home.
forgetting about exactly what the idea
Yeah, it
for which
was.
was. Yeah, he was
Don't ruin
close, but
the
the
vibe,
dressing. What were you
Sam.
saying about
We
that?
We were
Honestly,
were
in
that's
such
when
a
leading
you
from
good
lost it.
mood.
I
We were in
Croatia.
just felt
such a
like
good
you lost
mood.
it there.
We were leading from
I felt
Croatia.
like you lost it there.
I was so happy when
I
they were
felt like you
leading, but
lost
then
it
they
there.
lost still.
You had to be beaten by
It
Deja
should have been. It
Lovren.
should have
Like
been a French. It
some
should have been a
United
French
fans
and English
have to say that
blimmin'
man.
World Cup
No,
final. It
but
should have been
Kane
that.
had a chance to make it 2-0, but then he didn't make it 2-0.
Yeah, it was
It
a
was
bit of a
so
rip.
close to going, he still
This is what
missed.
we call,
Yeah,
guys, bottle jobs as players. He's bottle jobs at
it
Tottenham,
always happens.
and he will not
So,
change at England.
But look, England are in the Euro this year. They're
so
gonna play
Yep.
the Euro.
Unless the Euros get
Mm.
cancelled, but I can't really see that happening.
No, I don't see them getting cancelled.
the man gets
Unless no, because
cancelled.
of the
So, guys,
overrun of
let's talk
of
about
like
what's going to happen
circuit
midweek.
break.
Let's talk about what's happening in the Premier League this weekday. Like what we're gonna see in the Premier League. We have interesting games that
Okay.
are gonna be played.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to hear your thoughts on the games. Or should I stop the stream and start a new one? What's happening here? Because this was a transfer segment, and if I felt like it's going so long. Let's just make them two. Let's just combine the two. Then maybe I'll try
let's
to
just
cut
carry
it
on with
and
this
maybe
one. We just carry on this one, and maybe.
No, why don't we
then I'll
stop
do the
it?
edit.
10 minutes later, you can do
Oh.
another one.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, fair enough.
You
Okay,
can do that then.
because we need to talk about what's happening in the Premier League. United, I think this is a good week for you. So thank you
Easy
very much,
week.
guys, for watching. Yeah, easy week. They're playing Sheffield. And Sheffield are not even talking about getting a manager, which is weird. So it has been confirmed that Sokratis is no longer an Arsenal player. I just saw the information just a few minutes ago. And that is that. So, okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. We have been talking transfers and a little bit of our own whatever we had to talk about. We actually ended up talking about the World Cup, which is crazy but interesting as well. But thank you very much for watching, guys. We are coming back for the build-up show for the games that are going to be taking place very, very soon. We have a big one. Tottenham versus Liverpool is back, people. Who's going to win that one?
That's going to be a Thursday.
Who's going to win? He's angry.
It's all going to be pressure on Liverpool because you know how City, Leicester, and Man U are all playing before them, so they might. I think the pressure's getting them to them. To be completely honest.
Yeah, that is true. That is 100% true. So we'll see what happens, people. It's gonna be exciting, and I'm really excited to see what happens. So we'll talk about it exactly after this. I hope you are ready for that one. This is Sam signing out, and we'll be back again.
He's such a
that
weirdo.
is exactly what I was waiting for. That is exactly something that I was waiting for. Okay, so people, I'm cutting off. Then maybe in 10 minutes later we continue, so that we just finish now. Okay.